Jacob's Well, a popular swimming hole near Wimberley, will remain closed to swimmers for the foreseeable future.
Jacob's Well has always carried a reputation that straddles the line between natural wonder and something far more unsettling. Nestled in the Texas Hill Country, it appears at first glance like an ordinary artesian spring, a serene circular opening filled with clear, inviting water. But beneath that calm surface lies a labyrinth of submerged chambers, narrow passages, and sudden drops.
One of our area's most popular swimming holes is at zero flow, and officials say this is only the 6th time this has happened at Jacob's Well.
That have challenged even the most experienced divers. For decades, stories have circulated about what lurks below, about the strange geometry of its depths, and about the divers who entered with confidence and never returned. When scientists finally decided to lower a specialized drone into Jacob's Well, they expected to map the cave system with greater precision. What they encountered instead forced them to confront a reality far more complex and deeply unsettling than anyone anticipated. Before we start, hit the like and subscribe buttons for more updates. The descent began like any other exploratory mission. The drone, equipped with high-resolution cameras, sonar mapping tools, and environmental sensors, slipped beneath the surface with mechanical precision. At first, the visuals confirmed what divers had already described. The initial shaft dropped vertically, its walls smooth and pale, carved over centuries by flowing water. Sunlight penetrated the upper portion, illuminating suspended particles that drifted like dust in an abandoned cathedral. But as the drone continued downward, the light faded quickly, replaced by an oppressive darkness that seemed to absorb even the glow of artificial illumination. The first chamber opened abruptly, a hollowed-out cavity wider than expected. The drone's sensors mapped its contours in real time, revealing a space that did not conform to typical limestone erosion patterns. Instead of smooth curves, the walls exhibited sharp angles and irregular protrusions, as though sections had fractured under immense pressure rather than dissolved gradually. This alone raised questions, but it was the spatial configuration that truly unsettled the scientists monitoring the feed. The chamber appeared to twist slightly, not in a natural spiral, but in a subtle misalignment that suggested the rock layers themselves had shifted in ways that were difficult to reconcile with known geological processes. As the drone advanced, it entered the second chamber through a narrow passage barely wide enough to accommodate its frame. This section had long been considered one of the most dangerous parts of Jacob's Well for human divers. The passage forced movement in a single direction, with no room to turn around. Any disorientation here could be fatal. The drone, however, moved steadily, its propulsion system compensating for the confined space. What it revealed on the other side was unexpected. The chamber was not only deeper, but also more complex, branching into multiple tunnels that extended beyond the reach of earlier exploration attempts. The sonar data began to show something unusual. The tunnels did not radiate outward in a predictable pattern. Instead, they overlapped in ways that suggested a layered structure, almost like stacked corridors intersecting at irregular intervals. This created zones where echoes bounced unpredictably, producing distorted readings that forced the system to recalibrate repeatedly. The scientists initially attributed this to equipment interference, but the anomalies persisted even after adjustments. It became clear that the cave system itself was responsible for the distortions. The water composition also began to change as the drone descended further. Sensors detected variations in temperature and mineral concentration that did not align with a single, consistent source. Instead of a uniform aquifer feeding the well, there appeared to be multiple inflows, each carrying distinct chemical signatures. This suggested that Jacob's Well was not a simple spring, but a convergence point for several underground water systems. The implications of this were significant, as it meant the cave network extended far beyond what had been previously mapped. The third chamber marked a turning point in the mission. Here, the drone encountered a sudden drop, a vertical shaft that extended deeper than anticipated. The walls of this shaft were markedly different from those above. They appeared darker, almost scorched in appearance, with a texture that suggested rapid formation under extreme conditions. The lighting revealed patterns that resembled flow lines, but they were too sharp, too defined to have been formed by water alone. This raised the possibility that other forces had been at play during the formation of this section. As the drone descended into the shaft, the sense of scale began to shift. The chamber below was vast, far larger than any previously recorded section of Jacob's Well. The drone's light struggled to illuminate its boundaries, and the sonar mapping indicated that parts of the chamber extended beyond the range of detection. This created an impression of endless depth, a void that seemed to swallow both light and sound. The scientists monitoring the feed described it as disorienting even from a distance, as though the visual data itself resisted interpretation. Within this chamber, the drone's cameras captured formations that defied easy explanation. Long, pillar-like structures rose from the floor, some reaching toward the ceiling but stopping just short of contact. They were not typical stalagmites or stalactites. Their surfaces were smooth in some areas and jagged in others, with patterns that suggested rapid growth followed by abrupt interruption. The distribution of these formations was irregular, creating a landscape that appeared almost artificial in its arrangement. The drone's sensors also began to register fluctuations in water movement that were not visible to the camera. Subtle currents shifted unpredictably, sometimes reversing direction without warning. This created zones of turbulence that could easily disorient a human diver. The source of these currents was unclear, as there were no visible openings or inflows large enough to account for the changes. It suggested the presence of hidden channels, possibly deeper within the system, that influenced the flow of water in ways that were not immediately apparent. As the exploration continued, the drone approached a narrow opening at the far end of the chamber. This passage was even more restrictive than the previous ones, with walls that seemed to converge as it extended forward. The decision to proceed was not taken lightly.
Guests and swimmers, they're always asking a ton of questions. How far does it go? How deep is it? How deep is it right here? And so forth. So most people never know the extent of the swimming hole that they're swimming.
But the potential for new data outweighed the risks to the equipment. The drone adjusted its orientation and moved slowly into the passage, its lights revealing surfaces that appeared almost polished, as though they had been smoothed by something other than natural erosion. Beyond this passage lay another chamber, smaller but far more complex. The walls were covered in intricate patterns that resembled fractures, but they were too uniform to be random. These patterns intersected at precise angles, creating a network of lines that extended across the entire surface. The scientists struggled to categorize these formations, as they did not match any known geological structures. They appeared to be the result of forces that acted simultaneously across the entire chamber, rather than gradually over time. The environmental sensors recorded a sudden drop in temperature within this chamber, accompanied by a change in pressure that indicated a deeper connection to the surrounding cave system. The water here was denser, with a higher concentration of dissolved minerals that gave it a slightly opaque quality. Visibility decreased significantly, forcing the drone to rely more heavily on sonar mapping. This shift in conditions suggested that the chamber was isolated from the upper sections of the well, possibly connected to deeper, less understood regions of the aquifer. The drone's data began to reveal something even more concerning. The structural integrity of the chamber appeared unstable. Small fragments of rock drifted through the water, and the walls showed signs of recent movement. This indicated that the cave system was not static but actively changing, with sections shifting or collapsing over time. The implications of this were profound, as it meant that the layout of Jacob's Well could be evolving in ways that made it increasingly unpredictable. As the drone moved deeper into the chamber, it encountered a sudden obstruction. The passage ahead was partially blocked by a mass of rock that appeared to have collapsed from above. The debris was loosely packed, with gaps that allowed water to flow through but prevented further movement. The drone's cameras captured the details of the collapse, showing fractures that extended beyond the immediate area, suggesting that the blockage was part of a larger structural shift within the cave system. The scientists analyzing the data began to piece together a more comprehensive understanding of Jacob's Well. It was not simply a deep spring with a series of chambers. It was a dynamic, multi-layered system influenced by a combination of geological forces that were still actively shaping its structure. The overlapping tunnels, the irregular formations, the shifting currents, and the unstable chambers all pointed to a level of complexity that had not been fully appreciated before. What made the findings particularly unsettling was the realization that the cave system did not follow predictable patterns. Traditional models of cave formation could not fully explain the structures observed by the drone. Instead, the data suggested a history of rapid changes, possibly driven by events that altered the landscape on a scale that left lasting imprints within the cave. These changes had created a network that was both intricate and volatile, with conditions that could shift without warning. The drone's mission continued for as long as its systems could sustain the harsh environment. Every new section revealed additional layers of complexity, reinforcing the idea that Jacob's Well was far more than a simple geological feature. It was a gateway into a hidden world, one shaped by forces that were still not fully understood. The deeper the drone ventured, the more it became clear that the well was not just deep in terms of distance, but in terms of the mysteries it contained. Even without reaching the absolute bottom, the exploration provided enough data to challenge existing assumptions. The cave system extended further than previously mapped, with connections that hinted at a much larger network beneath the surface. The structural irregularities, the unpredictable currents, and the unique formations all contributed to a picture of a system that was both fascinating and deeply unnerving. The descent of the drone into Jacob's Well did not simply expand the boundaries of exploration. It exposed the limitations of current understanding, revealing a hidden complexity that defied easy explanation. The well, long regarded as a natural curiosity, emerged from the darkness as something far more intricate and unpredictable, a place where the familiar rules of geology seemed to bend under the weight of unknown forces. The drone lingered near the collapsed passage for several moments, its sensors scanning for any possible route forward. What appeared at first to be a dead end gradually revealed subtle irregularities. Beneath the loose rock, faint gaps formed a fragmented pathway, not large enough for safe traversal, but sufficient to suggest that the blockage was not permanent. Water seeped through these openings with a steady, almost rhythmic movement, hinting at a deeper flow beyond the obstruction. The pattern of that movement was unusual. It did not behave like a simple current finding its way through debris. Instead, it pulsed in intervals, as though influenced by pressure changes occurring somewhere further within the system. The drone adjusted its position slightly, angling its cameras to capture a clearer view of the rock mass. Fine particles drifted upward from the debris, disturbed by the subtle shifts in water pressure. These particles formed delicate clouds that dispersed slowly, revealing glimpses of the structure behind them. The fragments themselves were jagged, with edges that appeared freshly broken rather than worn smooth over time. This suggested that the collapse had occurred relatively recently, though there was no clear indication of what had triggered it. The absence of sediment buildup reinforced the idea that this section of the cave was subject to sudden, abrupt changes rather than gradual evolution. As the drone hovered, a new anomaly began to register on its instruments. A faint vibration moved through the water, too subtle to be seen but clearly detectable in the sensor readings. It was not constant. It came in waves, rising and falling with an irregular cadence that made it difficult to predict. The source of the vibration was unclear, but its presence added another layer of complexity to an already unpredictable environment. The data suggested that the cave system was not only shifting physically, but also experiencing dynamic forces that propagated through its structure. Unable to proceed through the blocked passage, the drone began a slow, lateral movement along the chamber's perimeter. The intention was to identify any alternate routes, any secondary openings that might lead deeper into the network. The walls here were unlike those encountered earlier. They bore marks that resembled stress fractures, long lines that ran parallel to each other before intersecting at sharp angles. These fractures were not superficial. They extended deep into the rock, creating a web of potential weak points that could give way under the right conditions. In certain areas, the fractures widened into narrow slits that extended into darkness. The drone approached one of these openings cautiously, its lights illuminating only a short distance before being swallowed by shadow. The sonar mapping indicated that the slit expanded beyond the visible range, forming a passage that curved sharply downward. It was not large enough for immediate entry, but its presence confirmed that the chamber was connected to additional layers below, hidden behind these narrow, almost concealed pathways. The water within this section exhibited another unusual characteristic. It carried a faint shimmer, a subtle distortion that became more pronounced as the drone moved closer to the fractures. This was not a reflection of light, but rather a change in the water's density, as though different layers were intersecting within the same space. The sensors detected slight variations in salinity and temperature within a very small area, creating micro-boundaries that shifted as the currents moved. These boundaries were unstable, forming and dissolving in a continuous cycle that gave the water an almost fluid stratification. As the drone continued its survey, it encountered a section of the chamber floor that appeared unnaturally smooth compared to the surrounding terrain. This area was devoid of the jagged formations seen elsewhere, replaced by a flat expanse that reflected the drone's lights in a muted, almost metallic sheen. The texture of the surface was difficult to determine through visual data alone, but the sonar readings suggested a density different from the surrounding rock. It was as if this section had been altered or compressed in a way that set it apart from the rest of the chamber. The edges of this smooth area were sharply defined, forming a boundary that contrasted with the irregularity of the surrounding environment. Small fragments of rock rested along its perimeter, but none were present. On the surface itself, this absence of debris implied that the area resisted accumulation, either through subtle water movement or through some property of the surface that prevented particles from settling. The drone hovered above it briefly, capturing as much data as possible before moving on. Further along the chamber, the drone's cameras revealed a series of cavities embedded within the walls. These cavities varied in size, some no larger than a fist, others wide enough to suggest the beginnings of new passages. Their distribution appeared deliberate, spaced at intervals that did not align with random erosion. Each cavity had a distinct shape with edges that curved inward before tapering off into darkness. The interiors were obscured, but the sonar indicated that some extended deeper than expected, branching into smaller networks that remained inaccessible. The presence of these cavities introduced the possibility that the cave system was expanding, not just through large-scale collapses or shifts, but through smaller localized processes that gradually reshaped its interior. The idea that the structure was evolving at multiple levels simultaneously added to the sense of unpredictability. It was no longer a question of mapping a static environment, but of understanding a system in motion, one that could alter its configuration over time. As the drone completed its circuit of the chamber, the accumulated data painted a picture that was both intricate and deeply unsettling. Every observation pointed to a system that resisted simplification. The overlapping influences of pressure, water flow, mineral composition, and structural instability created an environment where no single factor could be isolated as the primary driver of change. Instead, everything appeared interconnected, each element influencing the others in ways that were difficult to model or predict. The limitations of the drone became increasingly apparent as the mission progressed. While it was capable of navigating confined spaces and capturing detailed data, it was still constrained by its size and the conditions within the cave. Narrow passages remained out of reach, deeper layers hinted at but not fully explored. The data it collected, while extensive, felt incomplete, like fragments of a much larger puzzle that extended far beyond the boundaries of the current mission. What emerged from the exploration was not a sense of resolution, but of escalation. The deeper the drone ventured, the more questions arose, each one leading to new uncertainties. The cave system did not present itself as a series of challenges to be overcome, but as a shifting landscape that defied final understanding. Every chamber, every passage, every anomaly contributed to an impression of something vast and evolving, a structure shaped by forces that operated on scales both immense and minute. The final moments of the drone's operation were marked by a gradual withdrawal, its systems reaching the limits of what they could sustain in such an environment. As it ascended, retracing its path through the chambers, the data continued to stream in, capturing details that would require extensive analysis. The darkness receded slowly, replaced once again by the faint glow of light filtering down from above. Yet even as the drone approached the surface, the impression of what lay beneath remained vivid and unresolved. Jacob's Well, once thought to be a remarkable but ultimately understandable natural feature, revealed itself as something far more complex. The descent of the drone did not uncover a definitive endpoint or a clear explanation. Instead, it exposed a system that operated beyond straightforward interpretation, where depth was measured not only in physical distance, but in layers of uncertainty. The findings did not bring closure. They opened the door to a deeper awareness of how much remained hidden, how much continued to shift beneath the surface just out of reach. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, could you leave your comments below and tell us, what are your thoughts on drone discovery inside Jacob's Well? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.